What's up out there, YouTube? It's James coming back at you with another informative video, crazy video at that. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful midweek Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good myself. I come across this story basically through Joan. Shout out to my wife Joan for hipping me to the particular situation right here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm telling you, I try not to attend funerals, and pretty much this is one of the reasons why. Although I've never seen any catastrophic thing like this ever happen at a funeral. But the reason why I try not to attend funerals is because it's nothing like it used to be. You know, you got, if you don't have like fake relatives, you know, standing up trying to make the person passing all about them. You know, in worst cases, you got somebody breaking out in fights. You know what I mean? There's been stories of funerals being shot up. You know, even funeral directors even shooting people. I mean, all kinds of just crazy stuff. But in this particular situation that took place in Philadelphia, in Greenmount Cemetery, and it's a Rodriguez family funeral home that actually owns this place, I guess. You know what I mean? But whatever. The thing is this. They were actually hosting the funeral of Benjamin Aviles, 61 years old, okay? While they were lowering him in the ground, the pallbearers fell into the grave plot, okay? Just collapsed, just like that. I mean, people, you know what I mean, getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? The casket even fell on this man's son, okay? While he, you know, knocking him out and him laying underneath the casket until they got the casket off of him. I mean, just crazy, you know what I mean? And of course, Mr. Vila's stepdaughter, her last name is Rodriguez. I can't think of her first name right now, but she's upset because of this, and I don't blame her one bit, because, you know, the funeral, you know, home or this graveyard, wherever, you know what I mean, should have not had like rotten, dry rotted wood. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that these things could possibly happen. You know, when people come walking, you know, onto that part when they're trying to lower it onto that thing that actually lowers the casket into the ground. The wood just gave way and everybody fell in the dang grave. That's just what I'm saying. This is crazy. But without further ado, what I want to show you guys is the view of the video, and you can see what I'm saying for yourself. Check this out.
We're going to begin here with a funeral burial gone terribly wrong. A grieving family is speaking out today after pallbearers fell into the grave while carrying the casket of their loved one in North Philadelphia.
The platform above the burial site collapsed right from under their feet. Action News reporter Chad Pradelli joins us now live from North Philadelphia with further details. Chad.
Yeah, this scary incident happened Friday here at Greenmount Cemetery. The family wants to know why it happened, whether it could have been prevented, and they also want an apology, and it was all captured on video.
Short steps.
The pallbearers carried Benjamin Aviles to his final resting spot. As they began to lay down the casket, the platform above the burial site collapses, sending the men plunging into the burial hole.
It was just a horrible incident that happened in a bad moment.
Aviles' stepdaughter, Maribel Rodriguez, says the men who fell into the hole all suffered injuries, mostly to their legs, hands, and back. Aviles' son suffered the worst of it.
The casket laid on top of him and he was out like a light. His face was in the mud.
She and her family blame Greenmount Cemetery and the Rodriguez Funeral Home for what she calls subpar conditions for a burial. Maribel Rodriguez says no relation to the funeral home.
The whole thing was trembling. It was like wobbly. It was unstable. It was all wet and soaked.
Both the funeral home and cemetery had no comment to Action News. Today, some boards and broken wood can be seen at the burial plot, but Aviles is finally laid to rest.
I think that they should apologize. I think that there should be some reimbursement involved, being that the ceremony was interrupted. Nothing was done properly.
And the family tells me none of the injuries is considered serious and all are expected to be okay. Live in North Philadelphia, Chad Pradelli, Channel 6, Action News.
Now, what a nightmarish thing to have to undergo while you mourning, okay? Now, I agree with the stepdaughter, Mirabel Rodriguez. You know, that funeral home, Rodriguez Funeral Home, in this graveyard, Greenmount Cemetery should apologize to them. And look, all costs should be voided. You know what I'm saying? This should be on the house because this right here, hey, look, this was a disaster, and this is not the proper service that anybody that's deceased should have to undergo. And I'm telling you right now, an apology and basically telling, Mirabel Rodriguez that this is on us. We're very sorry, what have you. It's the least of Rodriguez family funeral home and Greenmount cemeteries. This is the least of their worries. Why do I say that? It's because look at this guy right here. I'm telling you right now, he just kicked back. And guess what he's thinking? Lawsuit. And I do not blame him. I don't blame him. You see what I'm talking about? I don't know about the rest of them pallbearers, but I'm going to tell you this. This one right here that's kicked back, he thinking, hey, oh, everything going to be all right. They paying me for this. So this is the least of y'all, worries. What you should do, apologize to the family. You understand what I'm saying? And, make it right with them. That's all there is to it. But you're going to hear more, pallbearers and probably even, the son, that was a son anyway, he could have severe medical bills or what have you. You just don't know. But this should be a lesson to these funeral homes. You know what I mean? Not only Rodriguez Funeral Home, in these cemeteries. Y'all gonna have to start investing in your own infrastructure. You see what I mean? Because, hey, look, dry rotted wood and all of that kind of stuff. Look what this caused. This man's whole his whole coffin and everything just collapsed with the pallbearers and his son underneath it. What kind of mess is this? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation in the comment section. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. As if you can comment, because we got a hater out there, he erases all the comments, you know what I'm saying, just about, you know what I mean, jealous, you know what I mean, don't want me to succeed. He can't stand the fact that y'all like the channel. So he does little things like this, whoever it is. But he better have his fun while he can, because I guarantee you he's not going to get away with this. Eventually he's going to catch up with him. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You probably even erasing the likes too, you know what I mean? But I can tell you this, he's not going to get away with nothing. Because what do I always say? People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched or you are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.